Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there was high expectation from Kenyans on who is going to be William Ruto's running mate from yesterday. But now all of us know who William Ruto's running mate is. Rigathi Gachagua is the person, and therefore that chapter has been closed. The remaining thing for this team is to move with the speed, go and consolidate for the votes across the entire country and wait for the outcome on ballot. Same thing to Raila Odinga, though we are waiting for him to unveil his running mate. And now, having the ticket of William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua, if you're looking on how to describe William Ruto, then the best man who can describe William Ruto's character can be found in Rigathi Gachagua. A high-tempered person, it is found in Rigathi Gachagua, and we know that is our Deputy President William Ruto. A person who focuses more on his tribe. If you want to describe a tribal leader, that character has been exhibited in Rigathi Gachagua, and we know that is our Deputy President William Ruto's character. And in the real issue, when someone is looking for a Deputy President, normally the Deputy President should come in to add value on what might be lacking on the presidential candidate. But seemingly, there is nothing Rigathi Gachagua can add to William Ruto, and there is nothing Rigathi Gachagua can subtract from William Ruto. They are all men of same character. So I don't know how that ticket is going to help. Now, there are so many things that I feel that William Ruto and Kenya Kwanza have failed in this process of naming the lineup and the running mate for William Ruto. That is what we want to try and look into. How has Ruto failed during this hour? But before we go deep into that, I just have a quick request. You might be watching this channel, but you have not yet subscribed. So my humble request, please consider subscribing so that any other time, once we release a video like this one, you will always get notified. Again, to all our channel subscribers and anyone who drop comment, I must say thank you so much for your unconditional support. Again, I'm requesting you to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend our videos to more viewers. Back to our discussion. Now, in real scenario, since the time Ruto entered into a coalition with the ANC for the Kenya and then the other kids who came to the block, from that time up to now, I have never seen in any rally when they have lined up the lineup that they are going to use in this election. Today was the best day for this team to do so. But Ruto has failed in that. So that tells you that Ruto has endorsed himself, Ruto has endorsed his running mate, and Ruto is running with his running mate. Because in the real scenario, what was supposed to happen today? Number one, I think Ruto was not even supposed to be the leader of this program. He was not supposed to MC this function. What was supposed to do was for Ruto to look for another person who is not even a running mate. Then let him lead this function and line up the team for William Ruto. But Ruto has proved to Kenyans that if he gets elected, it is going to be a one-man show from the start to the end. Ruto will be a kind of Moi, just a one-man show. It has been openly shown here. Because what we have witnessed in the real situation, maybe someone like Mudavadi or Wetangula was supposed to help Ruto to lead this event, then put a lineup there. Let the people come forward and let Ruto read his acceptance speech, because we know what he read, it was only for UDA, and now this is Kenya Kwanza coalition. Let him read his acceptance speech then let Rigathi Gachagua read his acceptance speech. And the person who will be leading that program will be endorsing this team. I'm saying this focusing on what happened in NASA coalition, where Mudavadi led that program and he came the person who endorsed Raila Odinga and Kalonzo Musyoka's candidate. So for Ruto up to now, it is Ruto and Ruto himself endorsing himself. That's the first character. Secondly, if you look on the choice of Rigathi Gachagua to deputize William Ruto, the tag of Kikuyu Kalenjin will not run away from William Ruto. Even Ruto tried to run away from this tag, it is not going to be possible. Ruto has proved to Kenyans on what they have been always complained, that leadership of this country, it is just a Kikuyu Kalenjin. Kalenjin Kikuyu. Uhuru is leaving presidency, Ruto is coming in as a Kalenjin. And in as much as coming in as a Kalenjin, he's bringing another Kikuyu in the name of Rigathi Gachagua to prepare him to take over from him once they leave office. So there is nothing to doubt, just in case Ruto becomes the president. He is preparing Rigathi Gachagua to take over. So that is the tag that is going to go with William Ruto in this campaign. I don't know if he's going to manage to defend himself against his competitors who are going to use that tag. Number 3, for those who have been following Rigathi Gachagua closely, you are going to realize that Rigathi Gachagua has been a pro-Kikuyu leader. Anything Rigathi Gachagua talks about is all about the Kikuyu community. And so Rigathi Gachagua is a tribal leader, a person who focuses on how Mount Kenya region will be. In fact, leave alone Mount Kenya at large, the Kikuyu nation. Sababu haongelei mambo ya Mount Kenya East. That one depends. He only focus on Mount Kenya West. So in this scenario, William Ruto also has been proved to be a tribal leader. Munaelewa vile mambo ya cabinet ilichaguliwa. But now going with the character of Rigathi Gachagua, I want to ask you a question. Apart from bringing in the Kikuyu votes, which other tribe can Rigathi Gachagua convince even a single person to vote for William Ruto as an individual? Rigathi Gachagua. With the kind of speech Rigathi Gachagua has always talked, what he has shared in media, he cannot convince any other Kenyan who is not a Kikuyu to vote for William Ruto, because he has proved that for him it is Kikuyu and only Kikuyu. So in that way, I think Ruto has to struggle himself to look for other votes outside Mount Kenya region. But in the real scenario, a best running mate should be number 1, a person who can bring his community on table, and number 2, convince other tribes within the country to vote for William Ruto. So that is lacking in Rigathi Gachagua. So on this alone, I think Ruto has to look for other means to go extra mile to look for a way to convince other tribes as an individual to vote for him. If it depends on Rigathi Gachagua, he has nothing to do. Again, number 4, Rigathi Gachagua has come in and we are seeing emerging division between the West and the East. That means it is going to be very sharp. Rigathi might not be the right person to unite the West and the East. And because of this, Ruto has failed. Again, number 6, in my view, there has been the issue of having leaders who have led this nation coming from Kiambu and Nyeri. Nyeri we have had Kibaki, Kiambu we have had Uhuru 1 and Uhuru 2. So there was an urge to have a running mate, at least this time round, to come outside from Kiambu and Nyeri. That means anywhere else, like Kirinyaga and all those other places. So when Ruto go for Rigathi Gachagua, it means he's not appreciating these other counties within Mount Kenya. He's going to areas which has already had power. And therefore, this position cannot look big to these people. Giving watu wa Nyeri a running mate position, it cannot be a big position because they have had Kibaki as a president. Watu wa Kiambu hivyo hivyo. It cannot be big because Uhuru is there. But if you take this position to Kirinyaga or any other county within Mount Kenya, it will look big, and at least you can gain 90%. And even turnout can be big. Ruto has failed in that, and even the people within Mount Kenya have been saying Kiambu and Nyeri have had their day. So it is the other people. And in that way, I think Ruto has failed to solve that problem. So already, these other counties within Mount Kenya region might not rally out in large numbers to vote for Ruto because of his running mate. Again, if Raila Odinga, assuming Ruto has gone for Nyeri, I think Raila will not go for Nyeri, he will go for another county. That county, it is going to vote against William Ruto and his deputy. If you go for Mother Karua, I think Nyeri, the first thing, Kirinyaga, the first thing they will do, they will rush for that ticket because Raila will be appreciating this county to bring it on the top table. Another big issue, I've seen a lot of my friends in ANC saying, now we are jumping from ANC to Azimio. They have lacked trust because on what they have seen today. There was hope, and as much people are saying Mount Kenya should be a region to be given a running mate, there was hope from some people within ANC party that they will support this ticket because they have a strong belief that there is a possibility William Ruto can go for Musalia Mudavadi as his running mate. Mudavadi is not William Ruto's running mate. He is not anything near to that. So that means if there was hope for William Ruto to gain some good votes in the Western region, he should forget. These people are now saying, we are going to vote for Raila Odinga in large numbers. Because we thought Mudavadi is leaving Raila because Raila will not make him his running mate. He was going for Ruto because Ruto might make him his running mate. Unfortunately, the opposite has happened. Because of that, I think Raila will have his day in Western region, but Ruto has so many things to convince Luhya about so that they can vote with him. All this put together, and again, Luhyas have not embraced Rigathi Gachagua because on how Rigathi Gachagua has been talking about Musalia Mudavadi and other communities. So they feel unsafe in Rigathi Gachagua's hands. And now it's deputizing William Ruto. In that way, I think this is some of the reasons why some people, even within ANC, are jumping to Azimio. So because of this, if you put together, I think they make Ruto to lose a lot. I don't know what to think about this, but that's my view. So let us meet in the comment section to have a continuation of this